Help support this channel and get early access to videos plus exclusive content and patrons-only live discussions by becoming a member at patreon.com/Bruce Poinsette. If there was one thing you would say that really translates skill-wise from the classroom to the stage, or just even just being like a musician in general, but specifically as far as like performing, what would that be?
Great question, Bruce. I'm gonna think before I just go, well, like have a habit of like starting there and then hoping that I'll get to my thought by the time my mouth stops moving. Because those worlds overlapped for a long time too, like even when I first started teaching, I was still personally writing and sharing. I did a lot of stuff online at that point because I was just so tired. I could not commit to playing out and booking the way I can do now. But I think the necessity and the practice of connecting with people has been something that's always been like either side is supported by the other practice. So being with students and I'm going through the day with them and we're working through lessons and there's grading, but there's also all the in-between stuff. Like I spent most of my lunches in my teaching career with students in my classroom or sitting in the hallways. So you just watch, you just listen. And that's probably what I miss the most. Like I'm really interested in the content area that I got endorsed in and taught, but if I had to rank them, it was more about just getting into the hallways in the classrooms. Like I just wanted to have an excuse to be there, which sounds so creepy, but I feel like I've proven myself so far, so I could say it now. But I wasn't gonna get hired and be like, I just want to get in the room. They're like, wow, that's worrisome that you don't seem passionate about your content area. I'm like, no, I am, but not more than getting to connect with these people, these students. So that just day in, day out practice of listening and relating with and remembering what it was like to be younger, I know has kept me tender and soft, so that when I go to my own practice of songwriting, or if I'm working with my bandmates in projects that I sing in, or in projects that are my own, or if I'm working with managers or booking agents or someone that shows up for the show, like I don't underestimate, or I try not to underestimate the value of just connecting in a real way. So whether it's, hey, you came to this Doug Fir show with a full band that I'm really proud of and I'm doing all this advertising for, or you came to this hole in the wall shop that I played a solo set at and there were like 5 people, it's helped me remember in those like what seems like very different spaces that it's not that different. People, including myself, really hope to be seen and heard, and it can mean a lot to pause and validate, like, hey, I'm really glad you made it. Like, it means a lot to me. Like, and you might be one of 5 people here, or you might be at a show where there were more people, or it might be a classroom and during like a lesson, or it might be at lunchtime or after school near the bus stop or something like that. So just how important it is to witness people in each place that they're at, whether they're an excellent student turning in their papers where you're like, oh, they were listening, or whether they're the student that doesn't turn in anything, or is always late to class, or is mouthing off to you in the hallway, or you're at a show where everyone seems like they showed up, or no one seems like they've showed up, that there's still an opportunity to and a desire and a value to connecting with people, whether that's like in the songs that I'm trying to write or if it's just conversation on or off stage or on the side. But I really like people. Oh, actually, I should clarify that. I don't like all people. uh, I hold people in high regard. Like I feel very excited and hopeful and optimistic about the potential of us people, and it keeps me, if I can stay there, it keeps me really curious and about others, and hopefully that shows up in the way I engage people. But I know that that's tempered by probably a high distrust too, because I just know that we all are flawed, myself included. So it is this dance between like, oh, look at the potential, and also, ah, like,
Right.
you could do so many things wrong. Yeah, people. That's very broad, but that's my connecting thing between the two worlds.